What is up, guys? Welcome to this new video. In this video I will show you how to do the Hex quest line, or also called the Morph and Mess quest line. This is a quest line that has been introduced recently in the Inside Out season. This is a permanent quest line, so even if you're watching this in let's say 6 months or even a year, it should still be here and the steps should still be the same. It's finally here. It took a while because I had some technical issues with my computer, but it is here. Luckily, everything is resolved. I just need to get a new hard drive essentially, which unfortunately is slightly expensive, but not the most expensive thing. But yeah, if you want to help out with that, feel free to check out the link in the description and you can become a member. All this money goes straight back into the channel. I will be doing this quest line on my Rise character. You can unlock this quest line from the moment you have completed the South quest line and joined one of the Northern factions. Some of the locations in this video will be specific to Rise, but all of the locations in this quest line are very clearly marked. So there's no issue in following along if you're from a different faction. All the dialogue options and stuff will be the same. Just the locations, if you're in a different faction, just go to the location that's marked on your map. There's nothing that needs to be searched for or anything, so you'll be fine and you could just follow along as well. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. We need to be here in the bar and we can find Hex right here and we can just talk to him. It doesn't matter which of the two you pick. You can just, click through. Unless you're really interested in the lore, you can pause or, wait yourself. So then we talk to Salo, who will be right here. And then we will have to visit a couple of different points. Now, these points will be in the north again, so you need to go back to your faction base. Alright, and then as you can see, ignore all those other markers, they're from daily quests and stuff. As you can see, point A is right here. So you will have to go to point A, and then once you're at point A, point B will unlock, and when you reach point B, point C will unlock, and and so forth. So this will be the same for other factions. The points will just be in different locations, obviously, for example in flow, and important is that you don't die in between going to these points, because otherwise you will have to start over. Anyway, let's get to point A. So here, once we reach point A, we will get a call and we go to point B. So point B will be going to the mines from Institute, but yeah, for your faction, just see wherever it is on the map. Then here we are at point B and we unlock point C and we found an artifact. Okay, cool, a rose. And point C will be up here in the mines, so let's go there. Alright, here we are at point C. And now point D will go into Forge. So this is where it gets dangerous, because yeah, somebody just died here, of course. And if I get killed, if I die, then I need to start all over. So I would prefer not to. So let's sneak a little bit and let's see if we can try to get just close enough to the point while still being in cover. Okay, oh, there's players. Oh my god. Holy shit, my aim was non-existent for a couple of seconds. Yeah. Alright, okay, there we go. I'm very sorry to you, Merc player, but I know you would have killed me anyway, so I had to do it. So we made it to point C. Let's go to point E, and then we'll be done. It's just over here, so that's not too bad. Hopefully there's probably other Rise players farming here, so it should be pretty safe. Alright, we're almost there, and there we go. Okay, now we've completed this. Wait a second. Okay, there we go. Now we get called by Salo. And we have to go back, pass on the intel to Hex. Hex will be at the headquarters of your faction at this point in the quest. I don't know why, but it's nice because we have to walk less far. So we're at Hex. Yeah, I forgot to press record, but it doesn't really matter. You just choose whatever you want. It doesn't matter which option you pick. And then once we've talked to him, we have to kill opponents on outposts. So these can be both players or the NPCs that spawn when you have the Destroy the Boss event on an outpost. So it's very important, it's not just any NPCs, it's only the NPCs that spawn for the Destroy the Boss event that also count. So anyway, I'll go kill some opponents and I'll be back when I'm done with that. Okay, so when you get this Destroy the Outpost event, you can also do this normally to rack up your kill opponents at outposts number, but I'm getting shot at, so let me just quickly pull it up. Yeah, there we go, we need 2 more. There we go, and then you get Hex calling you. And then we have to follow, well, go check out Hex lead. Alright, we're back in base. So for the quest, you'll have to go right here. Make sure you bring a suit that can withstand Psy 3, so in my case I'll just be taking my hounds. You'll need this Psy protection 3, or 300, which just translates to level 3, because you'll need to run into anomalous areas. This is the same for every faction. Once again, like, your locations will differ a little bit, but the idea of the quest will remain the same, so you can still follow along. Okay, so now we're here. We're just gonna go to exactly where the marker is, and you'll find this phantom standing here. So you just gotta like follow the way he's pointing. So again, if you're in a different faction, just follow where he's pointing and you'll see there'll be another one, and then you find again where he's pointing and you just kind of keep following that. Oh yeah, there we go. And then you'll find Bonker. Or in your case it might be a different NPC. Just talk to him and you'll get another call from Hex, and you'll have to return to Hex. So let's head back to the base. So in my case, this was not in the Psy area, but I do actually know for a fact that for Covenant, I think, this part of the quest you'll have to walk into like the Psy 3 area. So I don't know how it is for other factions, but do keep that in mind that you might have to walk into the Psy 3 area. So yeah, be prepared for that. Alright, so we just gotta go back to the bar, and there we will find Hex. Alright, so now we just go to Hex. He's still standing here, and he'll be talking with Salo. So you just click through here. I mean, obviously you can read it if you want. And then we have to go talk to these 4 guys and find out who the fake one is. So you can, like, click through these. You can figure this out yourself, or you can just follow along and, kind of just click what I'll tell you what the right answer will be to this. But you can definitely figure this out yourself. Oh, this is this is interesting. So yeah, I won't provide you with like all the exact perfect answers to all these NPCs, but it doesn't really matter because you can still point at the right suspect, and I'll tell you in a second who that is. So you just first we talk to everybody. I'm just clicking random things, by the way. And so now we have to name the suspect. So we just go back to Hex. I mean, you can keep talking with them, and by talking with the others, you'll like unlock different dialogue options because of information you get from the other stalkers. So you can do whatever you want. Like, for example, if I go back, you just you can keep talking to them. Anyway, let's head over to where Hex is to point at the suspect. The annoying part is that Hex will have moved over here, so that's why I was walking around for a bit. So you talk to him and you say, I'm ready to choose a suspect. And you're gonna want to click Papyrus. and then doesn't matter what you say, and that will be the right suspect. Now you go back to Salo. Just again, it doesn't really matter that much which one you click here. And then once you're done talking to Salo, yeah, there we go. Hex is gonna call you. And he calls you for help. So we just go down here in the bar and we talk to QE, and then we'll just get teleported. Right, so you'll end up in this little room in the bar, and you'll see there's gonna be four hexes. You're gonna have to choose which one is the real one. So again, you can like talk to them and try to figure it out yourself, or again, you can just follow along what you want to do. This is gonna be the right hex, the real one. So you're gonna shoot the fake ones, and then the real one will talk to you. All right, and now we are back, and then we have to talk to Hex again. Again, if you care about the story and the lore, you can pause or read it yourself, and then you'll get 144,000 rubles, 10 Desperol, and 10 Clarinol. And we get a new quest called Help with the Raid, where we have to negotiate assistance with Pistachio. This is again different for every faction, because you have to negotiate it with whoever Pistachio's equivalent is in your faction. But again, the actual story and stuff and the choices are the same. It's just the locations are slightly different, but all of them have their respective quest markers like bang onto them. So yeah, it's not that hard to see. We're gonna talk to Pistachio, and he'll ask you to destroy enemy positions in Forge. So this just means clearing 6 camps in Forge. The eruption was 33 minutes ago, so I might still be lucky. Who knows? But anyway, I'll see you there. I'll clear those 6 camps, and when I'm done, I'll be right back with you. There we go. So now we've completed that, and we have to return to the bar. So let's head on back to the bar. And let's head back to Salo. Yeah, he's here. Then we get the quest Then we get the quest Raise the Anchor, and we completed the quest Big Raid. And so now we have to find the scout and the anchor. So we have to go back to the north. And in the north, we have to go all the way up here. This is also gonna be a pain in the ass. We're gonna have to go all the way up here, retrieve an item, and walk all the way back with it as well. So it's gonna be a challenge, but we're gonna try. Alright, so I'm gonna be wearing the Antares for this, because you need at least 300 thermal protection. 400 is ideal, but I don't have that. So we're gonna go with 300. And yeah, like I said, we're gonna need to go all the way up here. So yeah, I'll see you when I'm there, and I'll see you when I made it back. Okay, we're almost there. So we go here, examine the corpse, and then leave. And then we just have to walk back to base without dying. Alright, we made it back safely to the base, so let's head back to the bar to give the anchor to Hex. He will be once again standing here. I don't know why he keeps switching places, but whatever. There we go. And so now we need to, yeah, there we go. Now we need to break into Pistachio's officer crate. So let's go down here. It's just in the bar, so we don't have to, you know, go back and forth to our base again. And it will be right here. So as you can see, Salo is, you know, keeping Pistachio busy, so we just gotta go past. Again, if you're from a different faction, this will just be your NPC, but the location will be exactly the same. So we'll turn left again, turn left again, turn right, turn left, turn right, turn left, and turn right. And there we go. Then you get Morph's notes and 3 Morph's anchors. So now we go back to Hex, who's up here. He switched locations again to his tent. And there we go. So we talk to him. There we go. And now we gotta go to Carpetsky to get the protection device. We click the third option. And you gotta unfortunately pay him. So it's gonna cost you some materials from the north. But that's, I mean, like, that's fine. I still... And then, you know, again, let's have a look. And trade these for it. There we go. And then we get the device. So now we need to talk to Salo. He'll just be in this tent as well. There we go. We can, you know, talk about the different bosses that you can encounter. So you have weightlifter. It's a frontier NPC boss that you're gonna have to battle in a bit, foreshadowing. And they all essentially, like, as you can see, all 4 of them have like different aspects. And so then it doesn't really matter what you say there, but now we will essentially have to go find Hex. And after that, we'll have to do a very long part of this quest. You're gonna be teleported to the inside out, and you're eventually gonna have to do a boss battle. So before we do that, let's make sure we have the appropriate gear for that. Alright, so I'd suggest taking an armor that has enough bullet and laceration protection. Bring a good gun like an AR or something. Also be sure to bring a shotgun. I'm bringing 2. I'm also bringing my AA-12 just in case. And then, yeah, obviously bring enough ammo, healing, bandages. You're gonna fight a couple of mutants. You're gonna fight pretty strong NPCs, so, you know, keep that in mind. Take some consumables as well, some injectors. I'm not sure if it's really relevant, but still, you know. Anyway, so let's get going. To find Hex, we're gonna actually have to stay in the south for once, and Morph's Lair entrance will be right here in Poliskoye, so I'll see you there. Right, also, we're almost there. Also, the problem with this part of the quest is that, like, especially the boss battle is just a gear check. There's obviously skill involved, but not even that much skill, and you're gonna find out if you have pink gear, like early north pink gear, it's gonna be really hard. I tried it with my other character that I just reached the north with, and honestly the boss battle was just kind of not feasible with the gear I had. I mean, like, I have really, like, beginner north gear, but still, yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Think twice about undertaking this part of the mission. Maybe grind for some better gear first, but, you know, that's up to you. I'm just gonna show you how the mission continues from here on. So you're just gonna come here, and there's this orb just flying here, and we'll get teleported to the inside out of the radar. So now we're gonna have to fight a bunch of these enemies. They're very aggressive, very annoying, but I mean, what's new? You know, it's kind of like the inside out game mode where the NPCs are very aggressive. So you're just gonna want to clear your way through this area, and then you're gonna find Hex sitting there. So I'll see you when I'm there. So you're gonna find Hex sitting right here, and like after you talk to him, he'll trigger like a couple of waves of enemies and some pillars you need to destroy. I'll record the small part of it, but there's not really any interesting. I haven't really found a strategy for it. It's just like defend him for, I think it's like 2-3 minutes. I just kind of fucking shoot it. Yeah, that's unfortunately the way it is. Luckily this is also a checkpoint. So these are the pillars you need to like destroy, because this is also where enemies spawn from. And so as you can see, they will like go straight for Morph, so that's something to keep in mind, that you like defend him, I guess. And then when the timer goes down, the door opens and you just run into the elevator. That's about it. You don't even need to kill the last enemies, you just go here, and now the boss battle will start. So I'm gonna make sure I have all my ammo out. So yeah, you're gonna talk to Hex, and now you're gonna have to fight Morph. So I would suggest definitely having your gun ready, and make sure you have enough healing ready as well, because you're gonna take quite a bit of damage. So yeah, you're gonna want to jump down here. He's gonna spawn. You're gonna start shooting, and he can take like the 4 different forms we talked about earlier. And yeah, that's essentially what you have to do. Alright, there we go. That took way longer than was visible on screen. Essentially, my strat is kind of try to ignore the ghosts for as much as it's possible. Just really bring Morph down to 25%-ish. Because then he turns into a fiend or chimera, and then you just make sure that once you put him on 25% or slightly before, maybe take your shotgun, do the last like bullet damage with your shotgun, and then shoot him when he turns into the fiend with the shotgun. And then, you know, for example, with the AA-12 that I have, you can easily like with one clip finish the fiend version of. But yeah, anyway, so here you can choose what you want to do. If you kill Morph, you get a sort of chimera head to hang on the wall for your hideout. And if you save Morph, you get a chimera statue to put in your hideout. And all the other rewards are the same. So like the monetary rewards and the consumables, they're the same. That's the only difference. I'm gonna go for the chimera statue because I think it's gonna look coolest. I don't necessarily want the thing to hang on my wall. So that one's up to you. You can choose. So I'm just gonna go for the bottom one here. And then, so you could finish him off or ask more about the lore, I guess. And then you can choose to spare his life, which I will do. And you get a Morph's essence. And then you get teleported back to the bar. So we are back. And now we go to Salo, who is, yeah, okay, right there in the tent. And then we just talk with him. And this will be the final reward. So this is the Morph statue that you get. And then you get 240k rubles, 5,000 season points, and some consumables. I mean, like the strength stimulator, like these are pretty good if you don't really craft in the hideout. But again, that boss fight is very annoying. But you do get some rubles for it. But the thing is, you need kind of gear from a stage in the game where 240k rubles isn't even that much. So it's, yeah, kind of make of that as you will and choose for yourself whether the reward is worth it. And that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like. I'm also sorry for the wait on this one. As some of you might have seen on my channel, there were problems with my computer. I'll just leave it at that. There were some technical issues. So it took a little bit longer to make this video, but we did it. We have defeated Morph. So let me know what you think of this quest line. Let me know if this was helpful, and if it was, please don't forget to leave a like or subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. I upload these kind of quest guides all the time, especially with new quests. Usually I'm a bit faster than this one, but you know, there were some technical issues. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to watch some more Stalcraft content, you can click here on the left for some gameplay videos, and you can click here on the right for some Stalcraft case openings. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the zone, stalkers.